Here in the UK, health officials say parents should be aware of an infection called Strep A after confirming that since September, 6 children have died with an invasive condition caused by it. They include 5 children under 10 years old in England and 1 child in Wales. Colin Brown is from the UK Health Security Agency. He says that serious infection is rare, but parents need to be aware of the symptoms.
The vast majority of children will recover without any ill effect whatsoever. However, unfortunately, a small number of children each year will go on to develop more serious and invasive disease. It's probably in the region of under 5% of children that would go on to develop a more serious infection.
And what are the symptoms of that, and how can it be treated?
So the symptoms of invasive group A streptococcus are of someone who's generally unwell, kind of a high fever, in particularly in children, poor appetite, signs of dehydration, not feeding, no wet nappies, altered behaviour, very sleepy. And what we would say is that if parents are concerned at all, and there's anything that would make them be aware that something is unusual with their child, and parents know best about what is normal and what's normal, that they would go and seek medical attention.
Well, let's speak now to Dr. Bharat Pangania, a senior clinical lecturer at University of Exeter Medical School. Doctor, welcome to you. Thanks very much for being with us. So tell us a bit more about Strep A, why the number of infections has gone up and how concerning this might be.
So as we heard, it is rare for it to become invasive group A disease. In most people, it is a self-limiting illness. And the key point is if you have a series of these symptoms, we call it a Centaur score. So if you have high fever, a rash, inflamed mouth, inflamed top of your mouth and your tonsils, then all those things put together are indicating that you've got a streptococcal bacterial infection, which can be eminently treated with penicillin type of antibiotics.
So since September, 6 children have died from this. How unusual is that?
It is unusual. I think it is all coming together, but I don't think that this is something that is an outbreak or something that has gone out of control. It is that time of the year when we do see more cases, and it is unfortunate that we've got 6 children who have died. The key point here is if you have those series of signs and symptoms that I mentioned, it would be important to seek medical advice as soon as possible. GPs are aware of this, and they always prioritize young children who are unwell to be seen first.
So what advice would you give to, as you say, it's that time of year when a lot of these symptoms may become quite common in children. What would you say to parents who are perhaps understandably concerned or alarmed by what they're hearing today?
So one thing is, look, this is a rare, sad outcome. What you need to do is look out for these signs and symptoms, and let me repeat again what they are. Rapidly developing sore throat. Then your tongue and the top of your mouth may be very red. You may have enlarged tonsils and painful to swallow and eat your food. Usually there is no reddening of the eyes. Usually there is no cough. So that distinguishes from common viral infections. And then you have a sandpaper feel like rash, starts in the trunk and then goes on to your arms. And if you have those series of signs and symptoms, fever, rash, painful throat, painful tonsils, do go to your doctor and seek help.
OK, Dr. Bharat Pangania, thank you very much for the advice there. Thank you.